everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today we are playing with NARS. I say it that way because I haven't picked up a new NARS product in quite some time, but I am really looking forward to trying this. This is the NARS Climax eyeshadow palette. I've got a bunch of other NARS to use along with it to complete the look. So if you're interested in seeing that, just stay tuned. Hey everyone, so as I said in my intro, today we are playing with NARS. I haven't really bought anything new from NARS in a very long time. I like NARS. NARS is always been like a good line of products. And there are some things in NARS that I've used for years and actually continue to use. I just don't really talk about them on the channel very often because they're not like new. And we'll get into that in a minute. But this Climax eyeshadow palette came out, and when it came out, I was like, ooh, that looks really, really pretty. And then Aileen from Merch Beauty used it on her channel. And the minute she used it, I was like, well, now I have to buy, I have to buy this. So if your question is, do people on YouTube, quote, influencers get influenced? Yes, absolutely, we do, because I really wasn't gonna pick it up, or if I was gonna pick it up, it was definitely gonna like on sale sometime, you know, whatever. But no, I saw it on her and I was like, must have it. So I'm trying to do a full face of NARS today, or at least something close to it. My brows are Gucci pencil, and then I'm gonna use the Kosas Airbrow in a minute after I put some highlighter and blush on. I do have the NARS bronzer on. This is in Laguna. I have a really small Laguna, like it's tiny, I'll show it to you, that I haven't made any, like, I mean, I use it, but I use so little of it that, you know, this will last me for a very long time. So anyway, I also have, this is one of the other products from NARS that I have picked up over the last 2 years. This is the Overlust palette. This is a cheek palette. There's highlighters and there's blushes in here. I don't know if you guys remember this. Last year, it's all blending together now. But anyway, I do like this palette. I think the highlighters and the blushes in here are actually very pretty. And so I'll team it up with the Climax eye shadow palette today. We won't really focus on it, but I'll use it on my face. I also have a sample of the NARS Climax mascara, which I have used before. And then I have eyeliner from NARS, and I have the Velvet Matte lipstick from NARS. I have a bunch of the NARS pencil, crayons, whatever you want to call them. That's what I was referring to when I said, you know, NARS products that I've actually used for quite some time. I really enjoy those. I think they're really good. Most of the lip pencils I don't like. There's a couple brands that have decent ones that I enjoy. Sicily is one, but generally I don't like them. They don't really work for my lips, but the NARS ones I've always loved. Even the NARS matte ones. And the one that was my favorite, and I still have it to this day, I shouldn't say was my favorite, was the Cruella shade. It's a deep, deep red. And it's a beautiful matte. It doesn't feel drying on my lips. I really, really love that product, and I continue to use it to this day. And in fact, I generally don't use a bright red shade on my lips unless it is a matte-ish shade. It's the one exception to my I don't wear mattes rule. The reason for that is if I wear a red lip that isn't a matte, I feel like it just goes everywhere. So I do like the NARS pencils. And I did back in the day wear NARS Orgasm Blush because everyone did. Like, everybody did. It's what everyone, I mean, everyone wore, it was just everybody did. So anyway, and I do like NARS blushes. I actually think they're very pretty. So we're going to use the highlighter and blush from in here. Let's use like, I'm trying to look at the eyeshadow palette. Let's do a little bit of a warmer, yeah, let's do a little bit of a warmer look. Let's use Tied Up highlighter and Get Lost. So we're going to use this one and this one. It's a little bit of a warmer look than I normally do, but I think that will work with the eye look today. Plus, let's do something a little bit different. I tend to use cooler shades. I mean, lends to my coloring. You know, we should get outside our comfort zones every once in a while and do something different. Okay, so let's just dive in. Let's put on some highlighter using my finger here with the, what is it called again? Tied Up. Kind of has like a creamy, I could use one of Sonia, I know what I can use. I can use one of Sonia G's Fusion brushes. This is a cheek brush, but I think this would work because this will work on cream products. Let's see. Yep. Okay. I'll put it on with my finger and then blend it with the brush. All right, blush. So I have the new Sonia, not new, but new to me, the soft cheek brush from Sonia G. I had wanted to pick this up, forever ago, and it was out of stock for forever. So now it's back in stock, and I had to go get it, like immediately. It really does a great job. It just gives like a really soft, diffused look, which is, exactly what I'm going for. And this is definitely, like I said, this is a warmer blush and highlighter. I just thought, let's do something a little different today. Why not? It's, I'm using NARS. I don't know what's going on with me today. And I have, and my face is breaking out. It's like I'm 18 all over again. All right, so let's swatch this. Oh, it feels creamy. Okay. This is the matte shade, which is basically color of my skin. Those are really good skin shades for me. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, wow, okay. So far, so good. Okay, NARS. I'm impressed. See, this is gonna make me want to like go out and buy more NARS stuff, which is, that's not good. I got enough problems. That's a really pretty green. Oh, yeah, that's a really nice shade too. This is like an olive kind of shade. These are nice mattes. They're very smooth. They're swatching well. Yeah, even the purple. Purple's tough. I'll get you an up-close look at all of it when we, ooh, yeah, that's nice. The blue is beautiful. That blue is stunning. Kind of reminds me of the Tom Ford blue. That's really, really nice. So those are all the shades. That's a beautiful palette. That is a really beautiful palette. Now the question is, what do I want to do today? I think I'm going to, like this is just a stunning shade. I definitely want to use this. It's like this gorgeous blue-gray. I just feel like I've used a lot of blue lately. Like I've done the Tom Ford palette, YSL Tuxedo palette. There's just been a lot of blue. So, and not that I don't love the shade, because this is the one that I honestly want to just put all over my eye like right now, but I'm going to refrain from doing that. And I think I'm going to stick with more of a green brown palette. Okay, yes. That's what I'm gonna do. They stay on pretty well, guys, because I just wiped that off with a microfiber towel. And all right, let's go ahead and dive in and let's start creating a look. So I'm gonna start with some mattes, kind of build out the frame of the look, and then I'm gonna use the green, the shimmer green, and that like goldish color on the eyelid itself. So first of all, it is definitely time for me to wash my brushes. I am at that point that they need to be washed. So I'm gonna have to do that this weekend. We're about to get a hurricane here in Massachusetts. The one that hit Florida is moving up the coast, and I guess it's gonna smack itself into Massachusetts. So that should be fun. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. We're gonna go with that fur shade, that lightest shade, that the one that's almost like literally my my skin tone. And yeah, we haven't had a hurricane, like an actual, you know, like hurricane, real hurricane, not hurricane light, you know, with I think 30 years. So this should be interesting. We're not, you know, I mean, we're not really equipped to deal with it, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. You know, we're equipped to deal with snow. We can get 10 feet of snow and nobody bats an eye, but hurricanes are much less frequent. We do get, you know, the remnants of hurricanes. The last one I remember was at my cousin's wedding. We were on the vineyard, Martha's Vineyard, if you're not familiar with the islands off of the Cape, and it was October, and we did get the remnants of a hurricane. And you know, this was a long time ago. I don't even remember how many years ago it was now, but we did get the remnants of a hurricane, and it was, you know, it was pretty bad, actually, I have to say. It was a pretty bad storm, and the wedding was a lot of fun because everyone basically got drunk because we were under, like, you know, inches or like a foot of water under the tables, and it was pouring, and everyone looked like a disaster by the end of the night. But it was fun, you know what I mean? Like, it was all family and everything. But anyway, that's the last, you know, hurricane I can remember. And again, that must have been, wow. I mean, let's see, it's 2000, what year is it? 2021. Yeah, that must have been 15 years ago, something like that. We're gonna go with the second shade, the other matte that was a little bit deeper. And you know, that wasn't technically still a hurricane when it hit. It was downgraded to a tropical storm by the time it hit us. And it was pretty severe. I mean, it was pretty bad. You know, really strong winds and, like I said, torrential rain. So you know, if this actually hits us and is categorized as a hurricane when it hits us, that will be extremely unusual for Massachusetts. And, you know, just fingers crossed that there's not a lot of damage and power outages and stuff. I mean, hopefully it doesn't hit us at all, but it doesn't look like that's an option. It looks like it's going to hit us. It's just a question of, you know, how hard is it going to hit us. So it looks like it's going to hit us Sunday into Monday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We are very lucky that we are in a new build. We built our house 4 years ago, so all the power is underground. So cable, all the power lines, everything is underground. We don't have any poles. So makes it a little bit better, but if everything else goes on around us, goes down, it won't matter because we'll still lose, like power grid and stuff. All right, so then we're gonna go with that deepest brown shade. Again, this is matte. We're gonna go with the green shade in a minute, but I just want to intensify this outer corner with that brown just a little bit, like underneath when we put the green on it. That's a way, like if you have a shade that is light and you want to deepen it up, or if you have a shade that you want to have more depth put like a deep shade on, like a matte shade on as like a base, as like almost like a primer. And that will give you the depth that you're looking for in a shade. I think the green is deep enough as it is. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but I just want to try to use as many shades in here as I can for all of you so you can see, you know, what they're capable of. Okay, so we built out that outer corner. Again, the only thing we have on the eye right now are 3 mattes. That's it. They've all gone on well, they've all blended well, and I'm not going in super deep, you know, with these shades. I'm not like trying to intensify them because I'm kind of using them as, like I said, as a base for the other shades that I'm going to put on. So, all right, so now we'll take the green shade, now the green matte. I also have the Sonia G Crease 2 brush, which, strangely enough, I never owned before. I don't know how that happened. I have, like, I feel like I have every brush that Sonia G's ever made, but obviously not, because I did not have this one. And since I was picking up the soft sheet brush, I was like, well, might as well buy this one too. And that's how you end up with, you know, 100 brushes, because you're like, oh, well, I don't have that one. Let me get that. You're like, do you need that? No, but I want it. So, and you know, you don't want to just get one brush, right? I mean, gotta get more than one brush. That was my logic. Anyway, I don't know if it was good logic, but you know, if I'm gonna go through the trouble of ordering, I might as well have more than one item in my order. Okay, so we've got the green matte on the eye. We'll do the same thing on the other side. And really focusing it on the outer corner, sweeping it into the crease. But then what I'm doing is, with whatever's left over on my brush, kind of putting it all over the eyelid as well. Again, to act as a base for the shimmery shade that I'm going to put on. Any noise you hear in the background is Remi. It's always Remi, who is crying because my sister is in the kitchen possibly making some sort of food that he's not getting, so he's crying. I've never seen a dog so motivated by food in my entire life. All right, so let's take the green shimmer shade, put it on the eye, and then I'm gonna take like that golden shade and kind of put it right in the middle of the eye. Going in with the Sonia G flat definer. No fallout so far. Okay, so let's continue with this green. I'm kind of placing it on because I'm just a little concerned that it's gonna fly everywhere, but so far it hasn't. This is where I need to start like trying out the Pat McGrath product and find out if that works with, you know, everything else, not just Pat McGrath. I'll start doing that soon because it'll be really interesting to see if it does work with other products. Because if it does, that will be really great. I really like the wand. I've gotten some questions about it. I really do like the wand. It's just that I've only used it, you know, with Pat McGrath so far when I'm recording this video. By the time this video goes up, maybe I will have used it with more things. But, you know, it worked really well with the shades that I used it with in the Utopian palette. But again, I don't know if those shades were specifically made for the formula in the wand. So like, you know, will it really work with everything? I just don't know. So now I am going over the whole eye with it. I'm just keeping it very light on the middle part of the eye because I want to use the gold. That is a stunning shade though. Wow. All right. Yeah, that's Really pretty green. Blends well. I'll buff it out in a minute, but I'm just kind of pulling it up a little. Really nice. Really, really nice. Okay. Now we're gonna take that like light gold shade, kind of put it right here in the middle of the eye. I'm blending it into the green. I wanted a little more of it to show up, which is why I left the eye a little bare. Not really bare, but you know what I mean. Oh wow, that's really pretty. You know, of all the palettes I've tried lately, including the Utopian, this might be my favorite palette so far. It's really nice. Okay, let me buff out the top a little. Yeah, this is a really, really pretty palette. I love the Chantecaille single shadows. Those are really nice. And the tiger in there, the green in there is beautiful. And the brown shade is really beautiful too, actually. I like both of them. But for palettes, this is really gorgeous. Like, so pretty. All right, let me see. The shade I have in the NARS eyeliner is the Via Viento, which is just, you know, black. But I'll use a little bit of that, but I want to put some green on top of it. So let me put that down along the lower lash line and tight line, and then we'll put the green on over it. I have to admit, the liner is really smooth. Like, super smooth. I should invest in more NARS eyeliners. Okay. It's one of the high pigment ones. It's really good. Okay. Take the brush and just like blend that in a little. There are a bunch of Chanel liners that I know would work really well with this look, and Chantecaille that would be the right green for this, but I'm trying to use just NARS today. But if this was just me getting ready, I would probably pull out one of the Chantecaille or one of the Chanel liners, I will admit. All right, so I'm gonna go in with that sparkly green again and just go over the lower lash line, just on the outer corner to kind of tie it together. That looks really good. Let's see, I used 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 9 shades. So I didn't use all of them, but that looks great. All right, let me put on a little bit of mascara, and then we'll go to lips. Okay, so mascara is on. I have to say, I remember when I used this on the channel before, and I said I really liked it, and I didn't buy it. I didn't buy a size of it, like a large size of it, which I need to go back and do, because I really do like this mascara. I think it's a really good mascara. It's a really big, fluffy brush, which not everybody loves, and I get that, but I really like it for my upper lashes, and I think the formula is really good, and I think it really gives a voluminous, long look to my lashes, which I really like. So, I know this video is about the eyeshadow, but I really like the Climax mascara, which I guess is the same line because this is the Climax eyeshadow palette. So maybe I just like that line from NARS. But anyway, I think the look is beautiful. I really like the shadows in here. Like I said, I think this might be my favorite palette that I've tried so far in the last couple weeks. Not all year, but like the last couple weeks. And I just think everything blended really well. The formula is really beautiful. I love the shades. I can't wait to try the blue in there. This looks really good on the eye. I'm just surprised that it's NARS that I'm saying that about. Not, like I said, I've always liked NARS, but this is very well done. Okay, so lips, I want to do something neutral for the lips, and I have a bunch of NARS pencils that I've had forever. I've got a Velvet Matte in Bahama. I've got a Velvet Gloss in Hopi or Hoppy. I've got Velvet Matte in Valkyrie, and then I have a Satin in Biscayne Park. All right, let's look at these different shades and see which one we want to do. So this one is Bahama. The one next to it is Hopi. The one next to that is Biscayne Park. And then this is the Valkyrie. I kind of like this one. Maybe this one, maybe more shimmery. I don't know. All right, let's go with Biscayne Park. No liner or anything today, although I do have NARS liners that I actually do like, lip liners. But with these pencils, I tend to just like to use them by themselves. It just seems easier. And I actually think that works because it's like just a really neutral lip, you know, with a more intense eye. Yeah, if my skin was in a little better condition this week, I think this would be perfect. I really am impressed with this palette, with this eyeshadow palette. It's 0.05 ounces, 12 month shelf life. Okay, so the shade names from, they're like this. I'll read them, see if I can read them upside down for you so you can actually see them. It's Open Wide, Private Show, Passion Play, Envious, Hooked, Next Level, Up in Smoke, Public Eye, and Night Rhythm. Yeah, they all performed extremely well. The mattes were smooth and creamy and really easy to use. The shimmers are stunning. This is the blue-gray one that I really cannot wait to try. But today I used this shade, this shade, this shade, this shade, and this shade. So the only ones I didn't do were this one here, the blue here, and then this gold, deeper gold here. But yeah, they're beautiful. I'm really impressed. Now I'm gonna have to buy more NARS palettes. And the mascara, the Climax mascara I really do like. And the lip pencils I've been using for, you know, forever. I do enjoy those. The cheek products and the highlighters are good in this palette. This is, like I said, the Overlust palette, which came out, I think it's last year. And I really do enjoy that. So, you know, and the liner actually went on really well. So maybe it's time to go and look at some more NARS stuff. It's kind of like MAC for me. Like back in the day, NARS and MAC were like go-tos for me. Absolutely. And I've kind of gotten away from their products. But I have to say, this NARS eyeshadow palette is making me rethink that. Because it's really good. We'll have to see what they come out for holiday. So thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you in another video really soon.